Good evening, how are you? Welcome, it's Thursday night. Been out there clapping for the NHS and nearly forgot actually. Fortunately, we've got the curtains open. Oh, it's the 30th, by the way, it's the last day of April. Moving into May tomorrow, May Day and all those things. Oh, big parades through town. No, we nearly forgot the clap for the NHS. We were watching the film called The Two Popes. If you haven't seen it, I commend it to you. It's really good. But it's not a cartoon, not terribly funny, but it is very good indeed. And Anthony Hopkins and somebody else just going through some of the things that the popes went through. It was good. Yeah, we enjoyed it. So we were so wrapped up in that I then saw all these people standing outside and I heard the clapping. Oh, gosh, went rushing out. Most of the clap was over, but then fortunately we started clapping again. So there we are. Anyhow, to all our people from the NHS and all the frontline services, thank you for all that you're doing. This COVID-19 situation is really stressful, but particularly it's been stressful for the Flat Earth Society. Their fear is that social distancing could push people over the edge, and that would be a bit of a pain. So, well, I went to see my therapist today, and not my therapist. Well, actually, she was quite sober. She told me I had a problem verbalizing my emotions. Can't say I'm surprised. So before you all get worried, no, I didn't go see my therapist. Haven't got a therapist. I've had one. Had a counsellor. They were very good indeed, I have to say. Very good. Great guy. Not saved my life, but was really good for me just before Christmas. So there we are. So it's been a good old day. Spent quite a lot of the day doing paperwork and phone calls. But the day started with a bit of excitement because in church we've got some plants growing in the top gutters of the church. The insurance company have told us to move them. So somebody went down today with a big, well, call it a forklift. It's a massive great thing with a cage on the end to see whether we could get up there and get them cleared. So socially distancing, doing all the proper things, of course. Went down and we could get the bottom gutters done, but we couldn't get the top ones done. So great excitement. One day next week, but I'm not allowed to tell you which day in case you come and watch. We're getting a cherry picker. And cherry picker's going to come and help us get the things out the gutters and also look at the bells. So that's good stuff. Oh, wise. Yep, very wise. I sent my hearing aid away to be repaired it's 3 weeks ago. Not heard a thing since. One of the things I've realised, I'm going to do some poetry in a minute, but one of the things I've realised is that this whole lockdown thing is bringing in a completely new language. You know, language is always evolving, and I love that. And, you know, words that we used yesterday that were fine are not appropriate to use now, and vice versa. All types of things, but there's some new sort of language coming out, and one of the third things I've heard about is a Corona coaster. A Corona coaster, yes. The ups and downs of your mood during the pandemic. You're loving lockdown 1 minute, but suddenly you're weepy with anxiety the next. It truly is an emotional Corona coaster. Yeah, I think I rather like that. Very like it. What about some blue Skype thinking? A work brainstorming session which takes place over a video conferencing app. All these things could be termed as blue Skype thinking, or they could be termed as a Zoomposium. And naturally, these are to be avoided at all risks if you possibly can. Although I've got a Zoomposium tomorrow afternoon. I've got to do recording tomorrow morning to record the service for Sunday, and I've got to do the ministry of the word and things. So that's all exciting. Then in the afternoon, The Borders clergy are all going to get together for a bit of a chat on Zoom, a Zoomposium, we shall be calling it. Yesterday I did some of these insults that were great, and I found some more of these. I didn't attend the funeral, but I sent a nice letter saying I approved of it. That was Mark Twain who said that. We don't know who he said it about. And I love this one from Oscar Wilde. He has no enemies, but is intensely disliked by his friends. Yes, yes. So what are we going to have tonight poetry-wise? Well, lots of different poems have been sent in, but I rather like this one. It's quite a long one, so just settle back, get yourself comfy, get that into shape, put everything where it should be. Oh, that's better. Yep, here we go. This is Roald Dahl, The Three Little Pigs. I'm going to read this at quite a lick, as they say. The animal I really dig, above all others, is the pig. Pigs are noble, pigs are clever, pigs are courteous, however. Now and then, to break the rule, one meets a pig who is a fool. What, for example, would you say if strolling through the woods one day, right there in front of you, you saw a pig who'd built his house of straw? The wolf who saw it licked his lips and said, "This pig has had his chips. Little pig, let me come in. Know by the hairs of my chinny chin chin that I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." The little pig began to pray, but Wolfie blew his house away. He shouted, "Bacon, pork and ham. Oh, what a lucky wolf I am." And though he ate the pig quite fast, he carefully kept the tail till last. Wolf wandered on, a trifle bloated. Surprise, surprise, for soon he noted another little house of pigs, and this one had been built of twigs. Little pig, let me come in. No, by the hairs of my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. The wolf said, "Okay, here we go," and then began to blow and blow. The little pig began to squeal. He cried, "Oh, wolf, you've had one meal. Why can't we talk? Why can't we make a deal?" The wolf replied, "Not on your Nelly." And soon the pig was in his belly. "Juicy little pigs," Wolf cried, "but still I'm not quite satisfied. I know how full my tummy's bulging, but oh, I do adore indulging." So creeping quietly as a mouse, the wolf approached another house, a house which also had inside a little piggy trying to hide. "You'll not get me," the piggy cried. "I'll blow you down," the wolf replied. You'll need, pig said, "a lot of puff. I don't think that you've got enough." Wolf huffed and puffed and blew and blew. The house stayed up as good as new. "If I can't blow it down," Wolf said, "I'll have to blow it up instead. I'll come back in the dead of night and blow it up with dynamite." Pig cried, you brute, I might have known." And picking up the telephone, he dialed as quickly as he could the number of Red Riding Hood. "Hello," she said. "Who's speaking who?" "Oh, hello, Piggy, how do you do?" Pig cried, "I need your help, Miss Hood." "Oh, help me, please. Do you think you could?" "I'll try, of course," Miss Hood replied. "What's on your mind?" "A wolf," Pig cried. "I know you've dealt with wolves before, and now," said the piggy, "I've got one at my door." "My darling Pig," she said, "my sweet, that's something really up my street. I've just begun to wash my hair, but when it's dry, I'll be right there." A short while later, through the wood, came striding brave Miss Riding Hood. The wolf stood there, his eyes ablaze, like yellow fish, like mayonnaise. His teeth were sharp, his gums were raw, and spit was dripping from his jaw. Once more the maiden eyelids flickers. She draws a pistol from her knickers. Once more she hits the vital spot and kills him with a single shot. Pig, peeping through the window, stood and yelled, "Well done, Miss Riding Hood." Ah, piglets, you can never trust. For now, Miss Riding Hood, one notes, you can never trust young ladies from the upper crust. For now, Miss Riding Hood, one notes, not only has 2 wolfskin coats, but when she goes travelling from place to place, she has a pigskin travelling case. Roald Dahl, yes. It does make me laugh. He did go slightly sort of off the rails at one point, and ever so slightly bonkers. But I do like that, and there's quite a lot in the Little Red Riding Hood section. I'll maybe give you some more of those. But there's some good poetry coming up. So don't worry about that. The old lockdown lingo, the Crusoe Wrist. It's the new avocado hand, an aching arm after taking one's best saucepan outside to bang during the weekly clap for carers. It might be heavy, but you're keen to impress everyone with your high quality kitchenware. So were you suffering from Le Crusoe Wrist this evening? Anyhow, there we go. Isla, you can hear, is snoring, but she's getting a little bit better, we think. She's got some new medicine. And part of my paperwork today was filling in the insurance claim. Gosh, I'm going to come back as a vet, I tell you. So we're sorting all that out. She's getting better. She'll be snoring for Britain tomorrow. Boris, I thought, told us, we're not going to be out for quite some time. Things are going to carry on. I urge you, as you urge me, to try to stick with that, because hard as it is, I think it's for the best that we wait to get everything over properly before we start rushing out again. So there we go. I think that's probably enough of BOBCAST for tonight. Lots and lots of people watching, and the numbers seem to be growing every day. And someone said to me outside, "Oh, I watched your BOBCAST, Bob." Yes, you were wearing the same shirt as you're wearing tonight. Absolutely, too right. 2 days. Sometimes one, depends how sweaty I get. But right, I'm not sure whether this is me back to the old red face or whether it's suntan or what's going on. But there we are. I realise I've got quite a lot of dinner down my shirt, so I'm going to go and boil it, make a bit of soup. Don't want to waste that. So you look after yourself and take care. Think of me tomorrow for my Zoomposium in the afternoon. Pray for me tomorrow, and as we get the service recorded for Sunday morning, so that you'll be able to watch it, and take care. Blue Skype thinking, that has made me laugh, and I'm going to leave you with one of these put downs. It says, "I feel so miserable without you. It's almost like having you here," by someone called Stephen Bishop, whoever Stephen Bishop might be. Some more of those tomorrow. So wherever you are, take care. If you're a carer, looking after people, thank you. For those who are being cared for, they would want me to say thank you on their behalf as well. And just be patient. And if you're in hospital, do what the doctors are telling you. And if you're feeling poorly, don't be scared to phone the NHS. They were said tonight they're worried that people are having heart attacks and strokes, saying, "Oh, I mustn't bother the NHS." It's like people are saying to my colleagues on the phone, "Oh, we mustn't ring Bob or Grace, they're too busy." We're never too busy to hear from people, because that's what we're here to do. And so, God bless you, take care. Watch thou, dear Lord, with those who wake or watch or weep tonight, and give your angels charge over those who sleep. Tend your sick ones, Lord Christ. Rest your weary ones. Bless your dying ones. Soothe your suffering ones. Pity your afflicted ones. And shield your joyous ones. All for your love's sake. Amen. Night night. May God bless you. See you tomorrow. See ya. Bye.